Good day everyone. We are the fourth group to discuss the lesson Table of Specifications. The learning targets in today's session, at the end of this module, students will be able to 1. Create a TOS, 2. Explain the importance of creating a TOS. To start with, let's define TOS or Table of Specifications. The Table of Specification or TOS is a tool used to ensure that the test or assessment measures the content and thinking skills that the test intends to measure. Thus, when used appropriately, it can provide response content and construct example response process validity evidence. It means that TOS help teacher to focus on issue of response content, ensuring that the test or assessment measure what it intends to measure. And also, TOS, sometimes called a test blueprint, it is a table that helps teacher align objectives, instruction, and assessment. TOS can also be used to provide response process validity evidence for test constructors. Response process refers to the kind of thinking that is expected to the test students in completing the assessment. What are the benefits of TOS? First, clarify learning outcomes. Second, ensure content coverage. Third, matching methods of instructions. Fourth, help in assessment plan and blueprint. And last, evaluation of the program. Okay, let's proceed in constructing a table of specification. There are 5 steps in constructing a table of specification. Step 1. Determine the coverage of your exam. The first rule in making document called Table of Specification is to make sure the coverage of your exam is something that you have satisfactorily taught in class. Select the topic that you wish to test in the exam. It is possible that you will not be able to cover all these topics, as might it create a test that is too long and will not be realistic for your students in the given time. So, select only the most important topics. It means that constructing TOS, you need to make sure that the coverage of your exam is done to discuss in your class. You don't need to include any topics that you will not discuss in your class. And also, select the topics that you wish to test in the exam. Be specific and realistic for your student. In short, select only the most important topics.
The second step is determine your testing objectives for each topic area. In this step, you will need to be familiar with Bloom's taxonomy of thinking skills. Bloom has identified the hierarchy of learning objectives from the lower thinking skills of knowledge and comprehension to the higher thinking skills of evaluation and synthesis. So for each content area that you wish to test, you will have to determine how you will test each area. Will you test simply the recall of knowledge, or will you be testing their comprehension of the matter? Or perhaps you will be challenging them to analyze and compare and contrast something. This would depend on your instructional objectives in the classroom. Did you teach them lower thinking skills, or did you challenge them by making them think critically? The third step is determine the duration for each content area. Specify the number of days or hours spent for teaching a particular topic. Write down how long you spent teaching a particular topic. This is important because it will determine how many points you should devote for each topic. Logically, the longer time you spent on teaching a material, then the more questions should be devoted for that area. The fourth step is determine the test types for each objective. Now that you have created your TOS for your tests by aligning your objectives to Bloom's taxonomy, it's time to determine the test types that will accomplish your testing objectives.
So now let's proceed to the last step. Polish your terms of specifications. After your initial draft of the table of specifications, it's time to polish. Make sure that you have covered in your terms of specification the important topic that you wish to test. The number of your items for your test should be sufficient for the time allotted for the test. You should seek your academic coordinator and have them comment on your table of specification. They will able to give you good feedback on how you can improve or modify it. After their approval, it's time to put into action your blueprint by creating your exam. It would be best to use a spreadsheet like Microsoft Excel so you could easily modify your terms of specification in case you have some corrections. A table of specifications allows the teacher to construct a test which focuses on the key areas and weights those different areas based on their importance. A table of specifications provides the teacher with evidence that a test has content validity and it covers what should be covered. Take a look at this example. Example test blueprint or table of specifications. There are number and level of objective, also the total. On the level of objective, there are 6 objectives of this TOS. The knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. The knowledge of application have 5 total which represent 20%, comprehension and analysis have 24%, synthesis have 8%, and the evaluation have 4% with the overall 100%. Topic A, B, and C have 6 items per each, with the average percent of 24, and topic D have 28% with the total of 100%.